Today we're back up at Dam Ranch, working on the trails, specifically upper OPL. We're going to continue right where we left off last week, which is right after a big drop. Before we get to that, as promised, you're going to get to see me give that feature a test run. Without any further ado, here's the dirt. At first, I thought those chirping birds were in my head. Not wanting to be a quitter, and being particularly stubborn and somewhat stupid, I gave it another shot. This is me figuring out that I'm not carrying enough speed to get from the lip to the landing. And this is me convincing myself that I can generate enough speed to get from the lip to the landing. Here we go. In case you weren't counting, on that fall I got hit by my bike's derailleur, cassette, pedal, then tire. All right, well, back to drawing board. All right, so back up on the infamous drop that I failed twice in a row. Here it is right behind me. You can see that little hole right in between the landing and the takeoff where I buried my tire twice. You can see I got a bucket in the background to move dirt. I've already started rolling this rock right here. If you can see it right here. I rolled it down from about where Meadow is up on the hill there, if you can see her. I got my partner in crime here in the background.
Right here.
He's having a little snack. Get his energy up before I put him to work. So yeah, our goal today is to get this little gap filled so that it's rollable and hopefully in the future droppable. So I don't want to change the aspect that you can drop this, but we're going to make it so you can roll it. Instead of just beating my head against the wall and just keep trying to drop it and land it on my back. I'm going to roll it for a bit, see if I can get more speed out of the trail leading into it, and eventually drop it. So that's for a different video down the road a ways. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, so you can see where the run out is right behind me here. We're going to continue the run out down into this section, which in the last video you heard me call it the Jungle Cruise. So this tree really is the start of the Jungle Cruise. There you have it. We'll probably tune in a little later when I get this feature finished. Obviously, when you're building a drop, you want to make it from the lip to the landing. And as you can see from the video, my issue was this big hole in between the lip and the landing. A lot of it was there's lacking speed, but part of it was the shape of the lip and the face of the rock, which you can see in this picture as well. To make this rollable, this is the hole I have to fill in with rocks and dirt so that as you come off, your front tire doesn't get buried. So to do that, I just rolled some really big boulders down from the hill, filled in the gap, kept adding gradually smaller rocks on top of that, and then on the top of that, I put dirt. I think it turned out pretty well, and it seems rollable to me. Next on the list of things to do is to build the beeline for this feature. As I said, I've got Logan up here helping me out, and he's been coming up here to the trails with me since he was 5 years old. But it was really this last fall where he kind of turned a corner and was really helpful. Started to be able to use the tools, kind of understand what the trail's supposed to look like. So when we're done with this, I think he's going to get a chance to name parts of the trail because of all the work he put in. To build the ride around, or anytime we're doing some kind of bench cutting, generally you want to get rid of the organic matter on top of the dirt, and then you want to use the dirt to build the surface of the trail. Logan's also going to start taking over some of the duties of filming during trail building days. That way I can keep working and we can kind of team up on the documentation of the trail building.
My dad's gonna move dirt right now with the McCoy
What am I doing the dirt for, bud?
to make a berm and to
And
make
why is this dirt so clean with no grass on it?
because I shaved all it off
How'd you do that?
with the shovel.
Yep. How long did you say you worked right here?
Probably about right there.
In this whole area right here.
Probably about like 40 minutes.
Probably even longer than that, but pretty close.
Maybe like an hour.
Yeah, probably like an hour. You did good though. And do you know what we're gonna do with this dirt that I'm kind of stacking up here?
Make a berm.
And how do we do that? What am I gonna do with it?
You're gonna flatten all that right there.
What tools do you think I'm gonna use for that?
The McCoy.
Yeah. And what are we trying to do with the dirt? We're trying to get it
Shaped.
shaped and
Smooth.
smooth and like packed, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's loose like this, your tire's going that, right? See how my
Yeah.
hand goes in there? If your tires do that, that makes you fall. It's not very fast.
Yeah.
If you pack it down, it gets firm. This dirt's beautiful. So you can see it's like dark brown right now. That means there's quite a bit of moisture still in it. So it's not muddy, so it's easy to work with. But once you pack it, the moisture helps it to get tight. So this is just right now. This is fine.
Like every time you or me and you come up here, we work on this trail.
Yeah, we've been working on this trail for a long time, huh?
Yeah. It's gonna be the coolest trail up
I
here.
think it is. I think you're right. Do you know what part of this trail I'm working on right now? What do we call this one?
OPL.
No, what part of this trail? What part of OPL?
Jungle Cruise.
Well, this starts the Jungle Cruise, but you're on top of what? What feature are you on top of?
A drop or a roll.
Yeah, and then this was what part of that feature?
The beeline.
This is the beeline, yeah. This is the ride around if you don't want to hit the feature. But the ride around is kind of spicy. It's really steep, huh?
Yeah.
So
There's a bee, and then there's
B's probably close to Black Diamond by itself.
the bee.
Yeah, it's pretty steep over there, and you have to take a corner here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here's the gap jump.
Stop there. So make sure you got a good screen. All right, so the goal here is to be able to build something from this rock to this rock. And I had a bunch of little rocks stacked up. These guys, show them that stack right there. This stack were stacked up. I was gonna fill it with dirt, but then I was fiddling, jumping around these rocks, trying to find medium-sized rocks, and this one was loose. This big monster flat one on top. It was a wedge between these two pieces of granite. So I kept rocking on it, and it fell out this way. So I'm gonna try to dig out a pit here, because that's a perfect takeoff. You see how flat that is? What do you think, Logan? That'll be a good takeoff?
Yeah.
I just don't want to put you up so high that.
You fly over it.
Yeah. So I gotta dig out a little bit of a pit, see if I can get it wiggled, because I'm not moving it very far from that spot, but a few feet I think I can do it, and then that would be beautiful. Then I can use those rocks for building the berm down there, because I gotta build a big berm down there. Good job, buddy.
Right here. Starts from up there. Goes right here. We packed it in.
Past me. I'm gonna put this one right there. Come right past me, so I can move right there.
Right here?
Yeah, walking outside. Watch you step. Get a good place to stand, then you can film. All right.
This is a good place. This is what we're gonna turn this into a rock roll. We were gonna build it as a gap jump as we told you, but now it's gonna be a rock roll because we found that big rock.
A bunch of loose big rocks.
Yeah.
Looks like a fun little.
Yeah. Then when we come down here, There's the end of it. You come with a lot of speed, and then my dad's gonna make a berm to catch your speed.
All right, so here's the former drop. Now a rollable, but still I believe droppable. I still am not giving up on that dream of someday having that be the way you ride this. Down here we got Logan. Give a wave, buddy. Give a what's up. There's Meadow. All right, Logan worked really hard building this beeline here. All right, so that's where you drop in around that rock right there. And you come down here. So let me get up on the beeline here. Real quick. So you can see where the beeline comes in right there. All right, and then here's where it feeds out. So the higher berm is obviously where the A-line is. I'm gonna get into the shadows here. Probably gonna be a little weird because of the shadows, but this, I was gonna build a little drop with a transitional gap actually. But I had a ton of loose rocks here and I thought a fun little feature, give you a little rock ride, optional rock ride, and then a ride around to the left. Yeah, look, I think it'll be fun. A little challenge here. And then this is really steep right now. You'll come down, you see there's a berm because you'll have a bit of speed coming here. And then that'll hopefully carry across here. I may cut out a bit more of this bank just so you have a wider path. And then you'll come up here. Come around here. This is all part of the jungle cruise. So here, you gotta avoid this little route, get up on this little step, and then it'll carry on out of there.
I think I know. Like, what I just episode before.
Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this section rides. The part I'll probably change is the rock spine because you have to check up quite a bit to line yourself up for it. And you've got a lot of speed when you come off that roll around that downhill berm. I'll probably go back to my original plan where I build some kind of step down out of those two embedded rocks. I don't know that I'd suggest my process for vetting features to other trail builders, but it works for me, though sometimes it's a bit painful. And that's the dirt.